Okay, we are live. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I'm standing today as opposed to sitting. I don't know if that'll last the whole time, so we'll see. If you can hear me, see me, all that good stuff, let me know in the chat. I would appreciate it. I'm going to try to not go to my phone and check today. So I'm just going to assume that we're live. I'm going to assume everything's good. And also, right off the top here, obviously the main piece of today's live stream is North Commerce. I'm going to get into all that, but if you're here on the replay specifically, just for take your shirt off, that not today, Ruben, but maybe a different day. Uh, Appreciate you being here though. Um, Thank you for the enthusiasm. Isaac, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Real quick on the North Commerce front, okay? If you're watching this on the replay, I always do this I do this live stream every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. So, subscribe, come back, would love to have you. But if you're here specifically for the North Commerce, look at the timestamps. I will put a timestamp when I start talking about that. I need to go over a couple weekly announcements and things that happen. We're going to talk a little bit about some stuff, and then we'll head into that within the next 10 minutes for sure. Oh, wrong website. Sorry, Ruben. Yeah, yeah. Maybe navigate to the different tab there. All right, so let's talk about some shit. It's been a fun week, hasn't it? So yeah, let's slide over here and we'll talk about some stuff. So I had this idea like literally 2 minutes ago to just kind of like go through my Twitter feed from the last week, and we could talk about all the different things. So we talked about this obviously last stream. I posted this little thing about Logic. If you're not following me on Twitter or X here rather, just here you go. There's a quick link for you. But just a couple funny things like I post from time to time. Like this Logic interview is great. North Commerce has a sale on AppSumo. Thank you, Ruben, for ruining my surprise. God damn it. But yes, that is true. We'll get to that. I'm just saying if there's anything else good here because I forget what happens. Go grab a Thriving Tea over at the WPMinute.shop. Mine is in the mail. Go take a look at that. I hope that link works. It's like a Twitter link or whatever, but go grab one from the WP Minute. Solid stuff there. I made a couple of videos here, so I'm just going to bounce around here for a second. I made a couple of videos over on, I talked about like can you rebuild WordPress, and then I put timestamps in there and everything like that. And I made a couple videos throughout the week here. I do kind of want to quickly talk maybe a little bit about WCEU stuff that wrapped up. I obviously wasn't there. It was kind of interesting. I'm just kind of going through some of this shit here. I was doing some things too where I was asking like random questions on Twitter that I didn't get a hell of a lot of responses to, but I do appreciate the ones I got. Like, what's your personal definition of a good website? Like, that's a really good question. I feel like that could have hour-long conversations. By the way, the homies are watching to see if the sale is worth. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with the North Commerce stuff here. So we'll get into that in a sec. Talked about bridge builders, and I want to talk about that kind of at length here. I want to talk about this for a quick second. I would just make note of this if nobody saw it on Twitter. They disabled their chat for WCEU when they were doing it on live stream. I just literally hate that. I don't think that's a good way to foster conversation. I can understand it, but I don't like it. Put a couple videos up. I can share the links there, but they're just on the channel. Fuck it. Some interesting query techniques and some WS form stuff that I also didn't. I don't even think I posted on here. A couple other questions. What's your definition of website development fundamentals? That's a really good one. And then obviously we can talk about KG stuff for a little bit. And then I changed my branding a while back from Mark Joseph Szymanski to Mark Szymanski, and finally it is reflecting in Google's like knowledge panel about me, which is dope. So that's sick. And just this random one about how great you want to become, some retweets, awesome stuff there from MRKWP. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and here we are. So, okay, real quick, we'll talk about this stuff. Obviously, if you haven't seen the episode of Bridge Builders, go take a look at that we did last Friday. Pretty interesting stuff there. I made this clip. It caused a little bit of a shitstorm, which was always nice to see. There's a tweet there. Basically, we're just talking about like kind of tribalism, different things like that, and obviously, Kevin and so many other people have opinions, which I love. I love the dialogue, love it. And then obviously, as most of us know, probably we had this stream from Kevin. If you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend taking a look at it. It's definitely good to hear perspectives and different things like that, because I think the more we're talking, the better we're growing, the more we're evolving and things like that. So that's the opinion that I hold. Agreed with a lot of things that Kevin said here in a lot of different aspects of it. Would love to have more conversations just around those types of things, because I think that's the way that we grow and we continue to get better as a community, and we improve this software more as we continue to think about those types of things. So I don't need to tell you guys some of that, because I know you probably already have seen some of that stuff, but if you haven't, I think that's a really good thing to go check out. Yeah, so we got that. And then, one other thing I did too is, if this week I'm like always in the Crock-a-Block groups and just other groups in general. And if you, I'm always like looking for people that have like really good questions, and like just I'm always like scouring those groups, and if something like doesn't get like a lot of feedback or whatever, I'm always trying to like hop in and everything like that. So I consulted with a couple people this week. Brennan's in the chat there, Ruben with the Ruben eyes. I consulted with a couple people this week on specifically on Crock-a-Block stuff, but whatever. But if you go to mjs.bio here in the chat, there's a place where you can like set up a call with me if you're ever interested in that for consulting and things like that, just as a way to kind of I've had some pretty there's some things that I'm pretty good at, I want to say, like especially Crock-a-Block is one of them, just the one that always comes up, like dynamic data stuff, understanding those queries and everything like that. So if you ever need anything, just go over there and holler at me. But yeah, cool. All right, so let's talk about North Commerce. Why don't we here? All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have never looked at WooCommerce, or there's going to be a lot of misspeakings there with the Woo and North Commerce, but I haven't looked at North Commerce. I haven't touched it. Let me go back here for 1 second. I haven't touched North Commerce. I've never used it. I have a dev environment set up that we'll play around in. All I did was install the plugin and put the license key in. I'll give you the background there. But I do want to kind of like, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard like things that are, good, bad, and different, whatever. Obviously, it's one of like, I would call it kind of like the big three in the WordPress space that I know of, at least. There's WooCommerce, there's SureCart, and there's North Commerce. There's probably other options. And I was actually just talking to Brendan last night. We were talking about some e-commerce stuff, and there is this secondary type of thing where you really have to ask yourself, do you need full-blown e-commerce, or can you do it with just like a form, depending on what you're trying to do? Obviously, and if you're watching this, you probably do need like more of a store aspect, but that's always like a really important thing, like, especially for if you're trying to explain it to a client or whatever, they might not need a full-blown thing. So that's something always to try to get the requirements in order there before you do that. So that's one big part of it. Like I said, I've heard mixed things on North Commerce. It seems like, one of the up and comers. It seems like it's the smallest user base. I don't have numbers, but it seems like it's the smallest user base out of those big three. But it does seem promising. I mean, the UI from like the very little bit of it that I've seen seems clean and everything like that. I do also want to make it extremely apparent directly from the beginning here. If you came back, if you're watching this on replay or whatever, this is not a tutorial by any means. I've literally never messed around with this plugin. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you're watching this, just understand that like this is saving you money and time from testing it out for yourself. But I don't know what I'm doing here. I know WordPress pretty well, and I know e-commerce pretty well, but I've never used this plugin. So don't expect this to be like a tutorial. I've literally never played around with this. So yeah. All right, so a couple things. Well, also I'll go back to this for a second. I heard it was on AppSumo. It is on AppSumo. There's a link in the description. You can also just go to AppSumo and take a look at North Commerce. I got like a one license just for $50. Like that's all I got. You could bet on it if you're feeling particularly frisky. I think you could pay like $400 and get unlimited lifetime. So I don't know. It's an option depending on how you wanna do it. But let's go over here. I do want to talk about these because right before the stream, I did watch 2 videos, like totaling about 10 minutes in total, from their channel, North Commerce, on YouTube. If we go over here, I'll drop that in the chat. So this is like just like a 1 minute, like little quick video, kind of like showing off like what it's all about and kind of what it's doing. I just from this video, okay, it's block based, which I can't really fault them for, obviously. Like, I mean, that if I was building a business, I would build it like block based rather than, I don't know, whatever the hell you would call an older situation, like just like theme, like custom theme type thing, or almost like classic theme, but it's not a theme. So like I do like, it's cool that they have blocks. Like that makes sense to me. That seems like a smart business decision. And it does seem like where the platform is going. It's cool. Like, we'll talk about some of the stuff, but they got one-time products. This is just their quick little, stinger video of talking about it. And then this is, I believe the developer's name is Kelly Muro. So this is the other video that I watched, which is kind of just more of like a 10-minute overview of just what it is. And it's kind of interesting. I mean, looks like you can make a pretty nice store. I don't know if I caught what theme this was using or how that works, so we'll try to look into that. But I mean, honestly, like the weird thing is everything is designed for blocks, right? So if you're not using Gutenberg or GeneratePress or something like that, then you're not used to that environment, and that's just something that you're gonna have to get used to. Like he says in this video, um, you know, it's like it's for blocks, but it's good with it works with any builder, and it works via shortcode. So it's kind of like how Shortcart works, which is fine, whatever. And obviously there's a Bricks integration coming, which I downloaded something that says Bricks modules. So they gave me two plugins. They gave me the main one, and they gave me the Bricks integration thing. So we'll play around with that too. But just understand that like it is kind of like that. If you're like an Elementor user, you're looking at North Commerce. I guess you just use the shortcodes as what I'm assuming right now. Again, take everything with a grain of salt that I'm saying, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about here. So yeah. So that's kind of what it is. I mean, we'll look at all this stuff. But the one thing I will say right off the bat here, because like I really did, this was interesting. The amount of coupon stuff that you can do is kind of crazy. If I was understanding this correctly, like you can put coupons specifically on like individual products, but not just products, like variations of products. That one just kind of struck me. I was like, I don't think you can do that in WooCommerce, at least natively. And again, I will say right off the top here that the big thing about this is that you have to weigh your options of a couple things, right? I don't want to just be the tech guy. I'd like to be like kind of like the reasonable business guy as well, like as far as like making decisions and shit. So like I kind of want to give some my perspective on that. That's a downer. I think that was it all short codes? Was that the downer? I'm not sure. But I kind of want to give some perspective on this, right? Like if you're an agency or you're doing this for other people and stuff, like you have to really be honest with yourself, and you have to make a risk assessment. It's like WooCommerce is, we'll say, not going away, right? So it's like that is the easiest route to go. So you got to make that decision. Now, is it the cheapest? Probably not, depending on what you're doing, definitely. But it's the easiest route to go. It's the most robust route to go. It's kind of like the page builder situation as well. It's like Elementor is the biggest, but is it the best? That's totally subjective. So like WooCommerce is the biggest. You're probably going to be able to find something for the situations that you're doing, because like I've had this situation before, like the client wants memberships. No, they want group memberships. It's like now you have to get another extension. So you'll probably be able to do whatever you need to do there, whether it's custom or with a plugin or whatever. Then you go down to Surecart and you're like, okay, well, this is interesting. Kind of a step in the right direction as far as like more features natively rather than having to go out and grab a bunch of other shit. So that's interesting. It's also got a nice ecosystem around it with sure triggers and everything like that, which I still need to kind of dive into, but there's a lot there. And now you have North Commerce, which is another interesting take on it. Again, it's block-based, which is nice in a way. Like, it's more future-oriented. It's not like clunky in that way. But obviously, it's not. You're gonna have to use shortcodes, I guess, if you don't use anything other than Bricks, which is another interesting thing too, because like, I don't know. I guess Bricks is, at this point, just in developers' minds and in product people's minds, either Bricks is the loudest community or it's just the next most biggest on the rise. I don't know. That's an interesting side conversation. But I'm just throwing out random things here. Okay, like if I was sitting here and I was thinking, oh well, should I use WooCommerce, Surecart, North Commerce? What should I do? That's the progression that I would be going through in my head, and I don't know I don't know the answer because it's going to depend on what we find here, and it would depend on what your personal situations are. North Commerce looks dope, but not sure about it. Yep, we'll find out here. Curious if this is going to be my Commerce North Star. Yeah, we'll see. Also curious about third-party support. Good point there. Thank you, Lex, for being here. Appreciate you, brother. I just want a Shopify clone. I mean, I feel like that is what you're going to continue to get. I feel like that's kind of where SureCart went, at least. I mean, again, when you think about like Shopify clones, like I really feel when I was looking at SureCart the other day, a couple weeks back, and I'm going to actually, I still have some notes from that. I'm literally going to talk about those same exact things here, and we'll see like kind of how it stacks up. I feel like SureCart was kind of close to that. As far as like simplicity and things. But the thing I would say though there about that, Isaac, is that yes, but at the same time, it's still WordPress. So you're going to have to lock down like the rest of WordPress, which is not incredibly difficult or whatever. But it's, if you just want to like have the Shopify experience in, WordPress, then, maybe SureCart seems pretty promising. We'll see what North Commerce has here. Dave Den, appreciate you being here, brother. Hello. Brendan, thank you for being the welcoming committee. Appreciate that. And then there's Ruben. Shopify checkout is the best. I haven't seen it in a while, but I feel like it's, specifically, what do you love about that? And definitely leave Ruben alone. Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Okay, let's dive in over here. Let me do a little share screen action on my other Chrome profile. Okay, so I just wanted to prove to you guys that I bought this shit for $50 here. Okay. With the AppSumo, and this is actually my second AppSumo purchase ever. Fun fact, my first one was Haybase, and I never even used it. I don't know if you ever heard of Haybase, but that was a recommendation for like selling rooms and stuff like that, and I think I can do most of that in PandaDoc now, so that was an L. But anyway, seems like a good product though. But okay, so North Commerce bought it for $50. Go over and check it out on AppSumo. Again, link in the description, and you can just go to it. But like one site is $50. I want to say unlimited sites, there's like 4 tiers. Unlimited is like 400 or something. That's a really good deal if North Commerce continues to take off and all that sort of stuff, because it might be one of those things where you got an LTD on the ground floor. So I don't know, something interesting to think about. And then once you do that, I don't know if this is a normal process, but like you got to go and you got to like activate your product and everything like that. And then you get an email from Kelly here that talks a couple of things about this. And again, I'm just giving you my unfiltered thoughts on this. Like, this is solid. It's cool that they have Discord community, apparently with 1,000 people. I didn't join it yet. Facebook has like 300 people in that group or whatever. You can go to their thing. And then I will say, Kelly, if you watch this, this link right here is currently broken, I think just because they moved over to this canny.io situation. But I would probably fix that roadmap link because that is right here in this email. But other than that, I mean, makes sense, cool. Just something that I noticed there. Sweet. If we look at this website real quick, solid overall. I'm not going to critique the website or anything, but obviously we'll figure it out when we dive in here. Guys, if there's something specific too that as we're going through this, I'm just giving you my perspective. If there's some shit that you want to see specifically, please tell me so I can kind of see if we can do it. Just to save you the time and money of doing that. I hate that I like AppSumo. I use TidyCal. Yep, I've heard good things there. I just can't. Back to the TidyCal thing real quick. I can't get past like Calendly. Like I use it and I love the way that it works. It just works. But TidyCal might be another thing that I've really tried to get out of the subscription model there, but I don't know. I hate the FOMO of AppSumo. Luckily, you can refund and have a huge trip. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too. I'm not telling you to like jump into this, but hopefully, if you see some of this stuff, then it's kind of be interesting. So, all right, let's dive in, shall we? All right. So all I did was install this plugin. That's all I did. And I think, like I said, there is. I didn't end up throwing. I wanted to throw AT on here, but I didn't. But North Commerce Bricks is the other one that just came with it. Like I just saw that in the back end and it was in there. A couple random things. Again, I'm just talking. I don't think this plugin is actually at 1.0, if I'm reading this correctly, if that's how this is interpreted. If we come down here, it looks like the version is like 0.1, which I don't know if that really matters at all. I don't, but my point is like, does that mean it's, I don't know. Does that mean it's very infant, like very in its infancy? Something to think about. And that other one literally said beta. The bricks one said beta. So I have no idea what we're going to find there at all. Need to take care of the kids. I'll rewatch. Awesome that you're doing this. Oh, yeah, Lex, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Keep up the great work on your channel, too. Love that stuff. Cool. So, North Commerce. I have no idea where to go from here. Let's just take a look around and kind of use our intuition. So overview, I did see some of this stuff. This is kind of cool that they have like clean, kind of stats and everything like that. Top products, top coupons, subscriptions. I mean, again, like I'm gonna kind of go back and forth. Like WooCommerce, I don't really think they're in jeopardy of anything, but the fact that like I just installed this thing and I got it, like cheap as obviously for this LTD on AppSumo and everything like that, and I already have I mean, just to get a fucking subscription on WooCommerce, you have to pay like $270 a year. Which again, I'm in the middle there. Like I understand people have to make money. I'm never gonna criticize anybody for making money. I don't even think that's expensive. Because if you can't recoup $270 from subscriptions in a year, you probably shouldn't be selling fucking subscriptions. That's just my personal opinion. But my thing is that the hurdle to get to that is still like kind of annoying. You know what I mean? I know WooCommerce is free and everything like that, but the fact that like you can pay a little bit of money here or no money over in SureCart and already have that's like a really compelling, that's like a real compelling, like I'm going to say the word undercut, but it's like actually a good, these are good products seemingly that we're talking about here with the SureCart and, and we're looking at North Commerce here. So yeah, let's take a look. All right, so orders, we're not going to have anything here yet. Products, we can add products, customers, coupons, right? Let's look at this real quick just because this was crazy. Code usage. Okay, this is interesting already, just the UI. It's kind of cool that you can kind of like do this little anchor links. Code usage, I guess that could be any amount. Mode, automatic or manual. Discount, free shipping, requirements. Okay, applied products. This is what I was kind of talking about. We don't have any products yet, but you can even do like variation. I think that's, I don't know if you can do that in WooCommerce, but I think that's dope. Certain countries. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like there's more stuff here than WooCommerce. So that's cool. And then dates. Yeah, so I love that. Just random coupon stuff there. Okay. I want to go back to the settings here to start actually. All right, so we talked about this. Shipping and delivery. Shipping. It does look like so I know SureCart 100% does physical now, but at the beginning, I don't think they were focused on that. So it's cool to see that even early on, North Commerce is seemingly not just like digital or anything like that. Local pickup, local delivery, general. This is cool because this did change as soon as I changed it in the general thing, which was just a random nice little touch. A couple other things. Base location, selling location. Yeah, I mean, so obviously a lot of this stuff is normal. This was a random small thing, like imperial system and metric system. Like it knew that I was imperial, but it also like did kilograms. So I don't know. I would probably say pounds, but I don't care. All this stuff looks like good off the bat. Again, I'm kind of like bug checking too if this isn't like 100% or if this isn't like a 1.0. So just some random stuff there. Probably going to need this product detail page, collection page. Also, I'll fly over here real quick. I had about, contact, and home, I think. So it made a cart. It made checkout. It made a checkout thank you, which I don't know if that's I don't know if that's common, but that's cool. I don't know if it's common for it to create it, so that's cool. And then collections, which everybody loves this collections word. Like I've noticed that Shopify definitely, I think, pioneered that or was one of the first ones, and now everybody uses collections. And then products, obviously. So I guess, well, that's interesting. I guess this is your shop page technically then. Your kind of all products page. Okay, cool. Come back over here. So we got, and you can obviously set those pages. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's if I'm understanding that correctly, that's a little confusing. The product detail page, is that like yeah, that's a little confusing to me. Because collections, I don't know, we'll play around with it, we'll see. Enable cart drawer. Okay, you can kind of change your icons and everything like that. Apparently you can do a custom icon too. That just like pulled up a upload thing. Cart icon color, cool. Tax percentage. I mean, again, guys, I'm not probably telling you anything you don't know. Like, but I will give you this. Like, the problem with doing something that's like new, going with something new, is the convenience factor. Like any plugin or software worth its salt, like if people are actually using it and downloading it, whatever, like it's probably going to do the basics fine, right? And this isn't a new concept. Like e-commerce is not innovative. Like this is not like they could do some innovative things for sure, but the concept in and of itself, we're not going to, Pluto here or whatever. Okay, like this is pretty straightforward. So a lot of these things, like, okay, maybe we tweaked a couple things, but they're the same. But my thing is like, I'm thinking of this already, and I'm thinking of like icon colors and all that sort of stuff or whatever. Like, it's like, does any of this stuff like integrate with the tools that you already have, whether it's Bricks, ACS, ACSS, or if like you were using a different page builder, like how does all that work? Those are the real questions you have to ask. Really, in addition to just what the thing can do like natively. How does it work with Crockablock plugins? It's a great question. I will star that and we will chat about that. Appreciate you being here. Because like that's something that I was critical of SureCart with, like the way the custom post type stuff like didn't kind of work. So I'm excited to already look at that. So let's see, we got anything else here? Cart page, checkout page, checkout page. Thank you. Okay, cool. Great integrations. I'm going to talk about this real quick because I already know. Actually, I don't think we went through all these, but we'll come back to it in a second. Integrations real quick. Again, I talked about this in the last one with SureCart. They don't have QuickBooks payments. I'm probably in the minority there a little bit for that, but that is something that I would think is probably it's another big one for me. So we have PayPal, Stripe, Molly, Square, but and also it looks like you have to install. I don't know what this install would be, but you have to install like a couple of different ones there. So that's kind of interesting. I'm interested in this one, Google Place autocomplete, because I feel like that's for the addresses and everything like that, but we're not getting into that today with APIs. I'm gonna have to get Brendan O'Connell on the phone to deal with that. But okay, so let's see. Anything else here? Sync products. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of interesting. These would be, I guess, your if you go into WooCommerce and you click emails, I guess these are your okay, can I not actually? That's interesting. Okay, that's cool. Oh, this is nice. All right, a lot of stuff here, but it's cool that you have edit capabilities of this, and you could send SMS. Can you do that just natively? Because that's kind of sick. I always get confused, like, because I feel like it's, at least at some point, like you couldn't send SMS like for free, or like it was hard to do that. So that's kind of cool that you can do. I guess you can send SMS stuff. Variables. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you have to use like I don't know, like a Twilio or something? What does this do? That's interesting. I could test that maybe. We'll see. Okay, order notifications, new orders, desktop. What the desktop? Get desktop notifications when you receive a new order. That's kind of cool. Okay, I guess that's on obviously on the admin end. I don't know what all this is. Webhooks. I mean, I know that webhooks open a lot of opportunities, so that's kind of cool that it has that. Okay, cool. We're not getting deep into that. We're just going to high level here. Okay, cool. All right, so what do we want to do here, guys? Let's see. Let's add some products maybe or something, just like a one or two. All right, so if you're starting this, right, if you're doing, I use one API one time, this guy's, yeah, dude, that's how it works, bro. Made a video about it, you're the API guy. All right. And you're going to make another API video here when we deal with that. All right, so add a product here. So one-time subscription or payment plan. Let's see. If I was a random person adding this to my thing, what would I do? Also, again, this is a constant theme here, I guess, with this navigation of the anchor links, which is kind of nice. I want to try to be like, I don't know what hat to wear while I'm doing this. I don't know if I should wear like the developer hat or if I should wear like a layperson hat, because that's just a constant conversation in this community, and I don't know, you know what I mean, like who this is built for. Like if I was a layperson, I would be kind of confused right off the bat by like this. Not because like it's a weird concept, but just because like I'd be like, oh, this is all on the same page, like, you know. So I don't know. That's more of just a random UI UX thing, but I don't know. So yeah, all right, there you go. We got another customer there, Brendan. Ruben needs API help. All right, let's look at this product situation. Okay, so one time. Okay, in my opinion, I haven't seen Shopify in a bit, but this again is less. This looks less confusing, overwhelming, scary than WooCommerce when you're adding a product. WooCommerce and WordPress in general kind of looks a little antiquated. We're all used to it at this point if we're in it. Obviously, they're doing stuff to like make it look newer, make it look more like Wixy, make it look more Shopify with like the full site editing and the different admin experience. It seems like the developers of these plugins have taken the same ideas from like we'll talk e-commerce specifically. Looking at this and looking at whatever the hell that I can't remember exactly SureCart looked like, I'm pretty sure it's very, very similar. Like it's this more clean UI where it's like straight down the page. Shopify is very similar in that way with just the way that it looks. So to Ruben's point earlier, Shopify checkout clone, we'll get to that, but like Shopify clone for like the rest of the UI, this does seem in that realm. Like it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem bad to me in any sense. It looks, pick your product type and kind of go about your business here. So that's kind of cool. If it's just one singular product, you have similar stuff here. Stock keeping quantities. Let me also check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything on the. We definitely need to talk about Jet Engine, bundled products. I heard Kelly talk specifically about bundled products in that video that I mentioned earlier, the 10-minute video. So he said that there was going to be multiple things here, like one product subscription, payment plan, whatever. So that's kind of interesting that there's going to be more, because I would love to see more, because I think bundled products are absolutely necessary, because that's that's a WooCommerce extension that you can get. Yeah, I just think there's definitely more things. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think SureCart has subscribe and save, so that would be another one. All right, shipping, but again, a lot of this is relatively straightforward and standard. Pricing, compare price, cost per price, variations, options, size, colors. Okay. North Commerce seems more developer first versus average Joe. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Yeah, I'm not sure I know exactly in what way. It seems relatively standard to me right now, but yeah, I don't know. There's a couple conversations there, right? Like the marketing of it and then the actual, implementation of it. So that would be something. My favorite part of Shopify is that once you have an account, it works with every Shopify website. I don't need to create tons of different accounts. I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, that makes total sense though, because Shopify is its own thing. I wonder if SureCart's headless. Is this thing headless? I don't even know, to be honest. I don't feel like this is headless. But is it? Somebody tell me. Because if it's headless, does that give you more of an option to kind of do something like that? But the problem is with that though, like, I know that's an awesome user feature, but now aren't we getting into the conversation of like kind of like open source, not really open source, but like that level of conversation where it's like, sure, Shopify now technically, don't they like know everybody's, like you don't own your data? Like, am I off? I don't know. Because like I saw in one of the headlines of the short video that I talked about earlier with North Commerce, one of the things was like own all of your data. And I feel like that means that this is probably all on, this isn't headless maybe, but at least you can't do something like that where, I don't know. That's a cool user feature to have one account for all Shopify websites, but I don't know. I mean, is that achievable? That's probably, I'm sure that is achievable. Like if SureCart wanted to implement that, or if you can do that with the SureCart, I feel like, I don't know. With North Commerce, I don't know if that's on the radar. I haven't seen anything like that, but cool concept. Send me a message, Ruben. I can't promise anything useful, but I'll look. Brendan, you're gonna like whip it up in 5 minutes, dude. Okay. Publishing, don't publish, scheduled. Okay, this is all pretty standard stuff here. I want to look at these other ones. So subscriptions, let's see what we got here, because this is more my realm. Okay, again, in the idea of like using an example, can you do like a website management subscription? Also, quick time out here. I will just, again, I'm comparing these just because it's fresh. What I did with SureCart last time, North Commerce, really good idea if anybody's listening, is to have a situation where you can automatically import like demo stuff. Like the onboarding of SureCart was probably one of the most incredible pieces of it, where you just pick your Keller, and you pick like demo data or no demo data, and you immediately have it in there. Now, for some people, it's not going to matter because they're just going to want to create their own store. But for a purpose like this, and like understanding like what the thing can do, the demo data was actually fantastic because I already had like 15 products in there. It already showed off everything I could do. So that would be I would knock off SureCart's onboarding experience because it's fantastic. Okay, what do we got here pricing wise? We got price, compare a price, weekly, yearly, monthly, cost per item, free trial. Trying to think of corner cases that I've thought of and ran into in the past. Price for first period. This is a nice one here. I wonder if you can. I'm not seeing it anywhere, but again, as an example, with subscriptions, what I would love to do, and you can do this in WooCommerce, I don't know about SureCart, is if you want to synchronize every product date, every subscription date, then you could do that. So you could say like, I want everybody's renewal to be on the first of the month. So let's say you get a new client and you have to bill them on the 15th. It will automatically know, let's say you're charging $300 a month, it'll automatically know to charge them $150 right now, like on the 15th, and then charge them, like prorate it, and then charge them the full $300 for the next month. I really like that concept. Unfortunately, I didn't start that early enough in my actual agency thing, but I'm going to be turning that on. So yeah, just something that I randomly thought of there that I don't want to misspeak, but I'm not seeing that because that would be more of a global setting, I feel like, and I'm not necessarily seeing that, but it's not a deal breaker, but it's something to think about. Payment plan is an interesting one. I really like the idea of payment plan being an option because I've seen people do this, and I've done this with subscriptions where, like, let's say you need to bill somebody over the course of 3 months. So you have like a project that's $3,000. You want to bill them $1,000 each month, but you want it to stop, right? Because it's just a specific amount. Payment plan is the right way to do that, but in WooCommerce, you unless you get like yet another extension, you have to deal with subscriptions, and I don't like that that's the case. So payment plan is definitely a really nice option to have, even though it's very similar. So like, I don't know, because like again, nothing here really changed that much. Like I mean, it did change, which is nice, but those are very, very similar options. So again, I'm not sure if I can say that I'm underwhelmed with any. Can you put? I'm not sure that I can say I'm underwhelmed with this, but I'm definitely not wowed because there's nothing like extraordinary about, like there's no like weird cool settings in here that I would have thought, oh shit, that's awesome. Like, so that's just my honest opinion on that. This, I'm also a little, I gotta say I'm a little underwhelmed. I don't know about this, but just thinking of random things, product images, there's no, like, at least it doesn't say like videos. I'm not sure if you can have product videos. So that's another interesting thing, I guess, would be something to think about. I don't know. Because why not? Like everybody has like a product. Like I don't know. That's just an interesting one. All right. We got some comments here. But then you have Google Analytics. It's almost impossible to own your data online. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, you could use like Plausible. You could use Fathom or whatever. But I'm not really in that camp. Like, I mean, I use WordPress because, I kind of like the open source thing. There's conversations to be had about that. But I'm not like using WordPress specifically because of that. I'm not using tools just because I own the data or whatever. But it's definitely a conversation. Another one that looks pretty mature is Studio Cart. Never heard of it. Maybe I heard of it once. Haven't looked at it though. So I feel only whelmed. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at. That's a good explanation of where I'm at with that. I don't know. I feel like that was definitely good enough. But I had another thought. Here's my other thought, and this is my test that I did on the other one. So I'm going to go to Jet Engine. So we're going to talk about the kind of how it works with Crockablock stuff, and I should probably throw ACF on here too, just to kind of see. But damn, I need to be more prepared with my plugins and shit. But this will answer our question, because this normally grabs more things. So if you're not familiar with Crockablock, doesn't matter. I'm not actually going to use this because I don't think it's going to work. But if you come over to like Jet Engine and like built in, like you can kind of see like some more things that you can, add custom post types to and all that sort of stuff. And specifically, so like my thought process like is, and there's also meta box here too as well. So like what I'm doing here is I'm like searching. I am searching for, can I add, is there anything that when you install North Commerce, is there anywhere in the back end of the post types and everything like that where you can add custom post types to the thing? Like for instance, when you add WooCommerce to your website, you now have like a custom post type that you didn't create that's products. And you can literally just say products in the, you can go to either here, or I'm sure you can even do an ACF, and you just say products, like add this field group to products. So what I mean is I could add, like, let's say I come over here back to products for a second. And let's say like this is, let's say this underwhelms me, and I want to have like, all right, that's cool that I can have some of these things, right? But I can't see like, maybe I want like, WooCommerce kind of does it because it has like attributes and shit like that. But let's say you literally just wanted to have like a meta field or two for your products, right? For some reason, doesn't matter. Like, whatever, you want to show it on the product page, doesn't matter what it is. Say you want to have a video, like a dynamic video based off of, field for that. I don't think you can do that. Like I'm from what I'm seeing, because I'm relatively well versed in this situation. I don't think you can do that. I know you can do it in WooCommerce. I know that SureCart is saying that the next iteration is some sort of CPT stuff coming in it along with the brick stuff, but I'm not seeing any of that. All I'm seeing is kind of the basics here with these types of things. So that's something, hot take. I'd rather not to do e-commerce if I can. I think there's a lot of people in that boat, and I do think that's definitely a fair. You're obviously welcome to and not do whatever you want, but I think that's a fair thing. It introduces a lot of shit very, very quickly, and you have to like be so tight in your discovery, because it just gets out of hand extremely fast. And a lot of times too, again, I was talking to Brendan last night about this. A lot of times the fucking client doesn't even need like full blown e-commerce. They don't and not only that, I'm gonna be honest with you, like a lot of times the business model that the people want, oh, we want to sell stuff, and then they're like, the question they don't ask, the question you should honestly ask them if you're in this situation is, okay, who are you going to sell this shit to? And if they don't have a good answer, it's like a lot of times people just want to sell stuff just to sell, they sell stuff. I've done that. Like I've made businesses in the past and stuff like that, and like other things. And I was like, oh, I made this website. And for me, it was fine because I was like learning how to do it, but nobody bought the shit. Like, it's like, oh, you set up Printful, you set up all this other stuff. It's like, oh, this is really cool that I have this website where people can buy stuff. I got a payment processor, I got all that. But like, luckily the payment processors don't cost anything, because I would be losing money. Luckily, like, you don't have to pay for inventory or whatever. As soon as you involve inventory too, it's a whole nother thing. So yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. I like it because I like the complexity, but totally get it. Anyone know if Brick's facets thing is good enough to replace WP Grid Builder? I have time to get a refund up speed. I'm not sure if let's see, we got it's pretty basic, but it works. Grid Builder has a lot more features. I've never used Grid Builder. Rob, appreciate you being here too, brother. I've never used Grid Builder, WP Grid Builder. I know that a lot of people love it. I tried to stick. I kind of like started using that some of the stuff, and it will be on my new website here as I talk more about that here as I finish it. But I'm trying to use the native stuff. If I was thinking about that, I would try to use the native stuff as much as possible, and then if you really can't get it, then maybe go Grid Builder. But I don't know. It's just my thought. That's a deal breaker. Meta fields is a must. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't know. I don't want to. I haven't dove in fully here yet, but it's not looking great there. And it's almost never that wrong. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Can we do that? I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that. And then the thing is, like, if you can't do that, now you're like, well, shit. Like, how do I Like, what if this is right here. This is where I hope there's some value in this, is if that is the case, then I hope that I saved you guys some time of going into here and figuring that out for yourself. Okay. And again, it is June 20th, 2024. This product could be very different by the time you watch this on the replay, but I'm hoping that, I don't know, at least look into that, right? You know what I mean? Like, see if they have that, because I feel like that's always, when you're developing something, you're always going to run into these issues where the client's going to say, or you're going to come up with an idea where it's like, oh, I would really love to have like a video field on each one of my product pages, or I want to have like features on each one of my product pages. And it's like, where do you put that in here? Like, I'm not putting that in here. That's not what this is for. I'm not putting my description in here. I'm not just listing random features in there. That ain't happening. So I would say that's a tough look there with that. But again, it's new. I'm not trying to criticize it. I'm just saying it's a tough look. So yeah, I don't see any, like, okay, so last thing too on this is when I went into SureCart, and I'll go back and check the tape, but I'm almost 100% certain, is Jet Engine is very good at, like, obviously seeing all of the custom post type data. Look, I mean, look at all these things. You can see this, right? Yeah, look, I mean, it's probably kind of small, but you could see all these different things, right? You could see, like, post pages, media, like, you can see all this stuff, and you could just add, like, basically this is a field group. If you're familiar with ACF, this is just like a meta box is what they call this, like fields on any of these different things. Why you'd want to put it on some of them, probably not, but the point is you can. When I put SureCart on a website with Jet Engine, I was able to say SureCart, it said like SureCart products or something, and I was able to add it. I wasn't able to see it though. I will say that I wasn't able to see it on this page because, and I think I understand it sort of to a degree. This is totally different. This is like a totally different UI. If you compare this and SureCart, if you compare them to WooCommerce, WooCommerce like fit in the box of the way that WordPress was handling before, right? Like if we go over to, well, it's going to be a bad example now because it's not really the same anymore. But if we go to like, yeah, this is kind of a bad example. I don't know if you can do it, but I don't know if it's called like kind of the classic editor. Whenever you delete the editor, obviously, whenever you disable the editor and you have like, kind of that old school feeling of, fields and different stuff like that. You guys have seen WooCommerce. You kind of know what I'm talking about there on that end. But I think even WooCommerce is updating their vibe to be more, kind of like, where's that? More kind of like this. Like where it's, I don't know. I don't know another way to describe it other than just like clean and like a more of a custom type UI, I think. So it's something to look into, there as well. Rob, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It's nice that you can upload a GIF. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. GIFs are cool. But yeah. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's dive into the front end, I guess. Jesus, I don't know what's going to happen here. Okay. I'm gonna not turn that bricks thing on just for a second, and I'm gonna see if there's anything that we get kind of right out of the box. Again, we've not touched the front end at all whatsoever. So let's just go to pages and let's see if there's anything here. So there's probably nothing here. If we go to products, we also probably don't have any products. Okay, no products available. Let's go add one real quick. So we'll just say like one time. We'll say like shoes. Product images, I have a couple in here. I was somewhat prepared with the shoes. We'll say price is, these are pretty expensive shoes. I'll try to fill in some of this shit too. Random thought, can I fill this? Oh, that's so cool. There's an extension called Form Filler. I don't know what that actually filled in, but does it really matter? I don't think it really matters. Doesn't really matter what this information is. We won't worry about that stuff. First payment. Yeah, we don't need that on shoes. Cost per item. This is cool. I don't know if that, I honestly have never looked at this, but this is a cool feature. I'll say that cost per item, so you can kind of see like your margin and your profit. I like it. Obviously, it's a back end feature, not like a front end feature. I'm split on it because I don't know if that's like. I don't know if that's the place that you would do that at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you want to manage that in your store? Like, you definitely do for the quick, like, analysis and the analytics, but, like, to me, that's probably, like, a piece of redundant data, maybe? So, I don't know. All right. Compare at price. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Hang on. Let's do, like, this. Just something that would So let's say 170, number of okay, what the, oh, it changed my thing too. Sorry, I did the form filler thing and it just totally messed me up. So screw the form filler thing. Also random thing, I'm so spoiled now with AT that it has dummy content. Every single text editor should have a dummy content thing now from now on. I just think that would be absolutely amazing. All right, so something like this, whatever, cost per item. That's actually probably the margin on Nike shoes, so we'll just leave that. Variants, and I guess we could say like maybe like, I don't know, sizes, I guess you would go. So 11, oh, look at that. Okay, wait a second. Text, size, color. Okay, so these are kind of a little bit attribute-ish, but not, I don't know. I don't think that's as much as we would probably expect. So like 12, whatever, something like that. And then we'll say immediately. All right, whatever. Let's see if we can get a product up there. Products, something. Okay, so we are in bricks. Like, I mean, this is the you know, the vanilla bricks thing here. We don't have any crazy stuff going on. I didn't do anything. So we have a product, and we have, and if I edit, let's see here, edit this page. Okay. Wait, that's actually really interesting. Is this, wait a minute. Am I tripping? Hang on, we got to look at this. I know we're not really, I know some of us probably aren't really like block editor people. I only know the block editor to a degree because I was in the Jet form builder world. But wait a second. So, okay. Am I losing my, is this, I'm a little confused. What I'm saying here is, okay, so I am editing the page, the products page, which is not obviously like really, it's rendering obviously in bricks like in the middle, but it's you know, it's block editor content here. Do they actually not have blocks though? They don't have, I don't know the fucking terminology, but do they not have custom blocks for this? Is that what I'm saying? Because that's what it looks like. Because wouldn't this be a custom block instead of a shortcode? So it's like not only do you have to use shortcodes, you also, if you're even in, like if you're using, I would assume, correct me if I'm wrong, I know Lex isn't here, but like a green shift or like a generate press or just core, you still have to use a shortcode? Is that what I'm seeing? Is there other pieces? Let's look at something else too. Let's go in here. I mean, it doesn't, you know, design wise, I don't know. Obviously the whole design is bad. That's on me. But like I don't know, looks fine-ish, right? I guess, I don't know. All right, what? I'm really confused now. Yeah, I'm actually really confused. So products, shoe, okay. This is live, boys. This is the first look. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I could obviously, like, I see kind of what's going on here. Like, kind of this is, I guess, the page or the template of this. I'm actually still super confused though, because like this doesn't look like a single. These look like the exact same thing. I see a shortcode. I don't see any custom blocks. Green game over face. I don't have it can't show the actual emoji. North Commerce currently has a collection of shortcodes available to all beta users. These shortcodes make North Commerce compatible with every. Yeah. We do have plans to create native work. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Brennan, for that information. A lot of things there that I can't see because I'm not looking at the YouTube chat. Obviously this isn't a 1.0 product. I'm not trying to shit on this product, okay? I'm just saying that like in its current state, like that is kind of interesting. I actually, if you say it, here's the thing. I'm gonna give what I feel like is reasonable pushback here. If you make a stinger video that says you're block based and you don't actually have custom blocks, you're not block based. You're just shortcode based. Am I wrong in saying that? I understand you might be wanting to get there, totally fine. But I'm saying like at the current, I can't call this block based, can I? Can I? This is no different than me doing this in bricks, right? Am I wrong? It's fine, it works, right? But that's just, I'm just being honest, right? I don't know. So that's one thing that would be kind of interesting to me. Okay, well let's move on. Add product, nice little side card here. Okay, let's go to the cart. Let's just, again, take our look through here, see what we got. Okay, to be expected. Yeah, that's weird. Did I not? I don't know if I clicked the right thing there. What's this called? Products. Products. Also wonder what happens if you change this. Yeah, I'll play around with that a little bit. We'll just see. We'll see what's going on. So like, cart. Wait, did I? Yeah. So if we go back here, where the fuck are my variations? Do I have to do something to make that happen? Oh, look at that. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Am I confused? Do I have to do something to make this happen? Oh, what the hell? What? Where did my? Oh, I turned them off. Okay, that seemed like a little bit of a weird UI thing, but I'm take blame for that. That was weird. I do like an archive button. I don't know what that does. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Yeah, I why is it turning it off? What am I doing wrong? What does option value mean? Why I definitely put that in there. Wait a second, too. Wait. Now I'm really getting confused. Where do I? What if I want variations with different prices? Okay, yeah, this is tough. Okay, so what if I want variations with different prices? Can I not do that? I may be doing something wrong here, or there may be a bug. I'm not sure. I don't know why this is turning off though. And then I'm not sure why, you would think you would just make a variation and then it would show the variation on here and you'd be able to pick the variation, you'd be able to add it to the cart, right? But when I'm on the cart, I see this weirdness and I'm not exactly sure. I could be definitely doing something wrong there. If somebody looks in the docs and lets me know, I'll totally take blame for that. But regardless though, okay, you can add a promo code, cool, checkout. And if we go to edit this page now, again, it's just a short code. Okay, great. I got to look at the bricks modules because wait, okay, stop though for a second. That's crazy. Again, I don't know the inners and outers, but I'm just trying to think why are we integrating with bricks before we even have custom blocks? That's an interesting move. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the backstory, but that's an interesting one. Just from a way of going through it, I feel like that would be okay. Please accept the terms and conditions. Okay, I gotta put an email thing here. YouTube at marksemansky.co. Great. Continue to shipping. Okay. Straightforward-ish. Cool. So there's a concept about innovative 3-step checkout. I don't, it's kind of innovative, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can do obviously that was just your email, I guess there. I don't know. I mean, it's a checkout page. There's probably some people that really know this stuff, and really have some strong opinions on it. Okay. I don't know what I just clicked. I tried to do the form filler thing again. And I think it confused it. Let's just go through this and then we'll circle back to the beginning here. Right. Okay, that was weird. I just tabbed through that and I didn't even have to. What the fuck? Yeah, I tabbed. I feel so if you click this, it tells you to do this. But if you tab, that's a problem. Okay, I mean that's weird. I would look into that. All right then, Mark, whatever, and Alabama. Cool. Payment. We don't have any payment process. What the hell happened over here too? I guess it filled out the 89 there. Okay. All right. A lot of stuff going on here. We don't have a payment processor, so I don't know what's going on. I probably could have set that up, but apologies. All right. So I don't know where to go from here, honestly. I'm gonna turn the bricks thing on. I want to see what's going on here. I mean, again, definitely promise. It's got all the basic pieces kind of going. I'm just kind of confused on the whole block thing specifically. But let's see if that did anything. So I'm not sure if we're going to see anything here on the on that side of things. Let's try this. Here's what I'm trying to do. So we'll go to okay, so real quick, I want to talk about this. What I was thinking about in my head is products is like the page that they by default have set up, right? So when you start this thing up, you add a couple products, you're going to go to /products, and it's going to show you all of your products. Obviously, we only have one right now, but we'll add a couple others. So this is your product grid. This is whatever. My thought, and again, it's older, it's whatever. I don't know if it's right, wrong, and different, but you could make an argument. WooCommerce doesn't do it like that. WooCommerce has the custom post type created, the third party created custom post type, whatever, of product or products. And then what happens is by default, there is a shop page and you go to shop, and that is where by default your stuff is. And then you click on a product, and instead of going, you see what happened there? Instead of going from products to product/shoe, in this case, you would go from shop to product/shoe. No, it's separate, right? To me, I don't even know how this is actually. I don't understand fully how it's working. What I mean is, this looks to me like a single, and a single. If we look at the URL bar, single, and then this would be like your archive, but it's not an archive; it's a page. So I guess like really what it is almost like child pages, but they're not. I mean, they're not pages. They're obviously products. I don't exactly know what the hell's going on there. My thought though was, what if we wanted to kind of just do something different? What if we wanted to say like just something simple like shop, okay, and then we say publish, and we come in here, and what if we just did short code, and we did, what is it called? I think it's called NC products, I think. So I just want to see what happens here. I don't know if this is going to work. Sometimes e-commerce gets weird when you do that type of shit. Did I type that in wrong? There's a very, very good chance I might have. Let me go. Oh, it's just product. Okay. Weird. Let me go to where I'm lost now. I got too many tabs open. There we go. This is our shop, I believe. Just get rid of this. Update. Cool. Front end. Okay, so kind of cool that obviously you drop that shortcode in anywhere and it works. Now, already off the top of my head, I am already slightly concerned. Again, early version product, but my second question is, how do I? There's probably some of this in the documentation, I'm sure, but like the next question is, okay, well, this is going to be a grid of all the products, but what if I just wanted a grid of all like the shoes or all the certain things via categories or collections or what have you? Also, what does the collections page show? I'm just stream of consciousness right now, thinking of this. Yeah, it's just way too early. We wish them well. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I do hope they continue. The thing is, like, okay, what the fuck? I don't know what happened here. This is just the collections page off by default. What is the collection, NC collection? Okay, don't know what that is. I mean, I guess it's another shortcode there. Let's take a look though. What was I trying to do? I wanted to dive into the brick stuff just to see where they're at on that. I know it's probably even earlier than the blocks, but if we go to all pages again, I'm just gonna get rid of some of this shit because we got too much stuff open. All right, so let's go back to pages, and let's go to shop. And what we're gonna do is we put this in here, and this does work, which is fine. I'll copy it here, and this does work. Now I don't have to delete this, I don't think, but I'll delete it just so we know that we have nothing. And then on the front end, we will be at shop, and then I'm gonna come in here and edit with bricks, and I'm gonna add a section, and I'm gonna look what we got here. Do we have anything? Oh, okay. We got some stuff down here. Let's see. Product options, add to cart, product quantity, product price, product gallery. I don't. Is that going to be like the gallery though, or local conditions? What are all of these? Let's see. I don't see, like, those all to me didn't really seem like they were These all seemed like single options to me. And I'm sure they are. Yep, totally broke it. Okay. Yeah, they don't even look like they're in there. So I'm gonna assume those are like, I'm gonna assume that's like you have to, it doesn't have any like, you know, bricks elements for product grid. I'm assuming. I don't, yeah, I don't know. What if we just for funsies, just dropped in this short code and dropped in this product thing and then did this. Okay. Again, there's no options to do anything, but at least you have a product grid, I suppose. Yeah, that's tough for me. Yeah, because I unless I'm, can I go like North Commerce short code? Is there any docs on this? Like, can you change any of this stuff? Can you? What? Am I an idiot? Why am I not being able to click any of this? Short codes. Okay. Okay. Product gallery. Is that what that is? We'll render a list of products 3x3. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay. 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 I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like I'm just hacking it though with the short codes. I'm not a fan. I understand though it takes a lot of effort to not have short code. Short code's like, early version, but I mean this looks really nice. Is this real? Short code product slider. Okay, okay. So there's a couple things obviously. And again, I'm doing it in bricks, but I'm not really. It's pointless. Like it doesn't. There's no real. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I don't. Let's add just like 2 more products and let's just play around a little bit more. Also, I'm mixed on like a single thing here. You know what I mean? Like if you were using this, first of all, I don't think it's in a good place. I don't think it renders. I don't think like the admin bar stuff being down here. I don't think that's like a really good place to be. Like I'm doing products. I'm dealing with a lot of the stuff. Like I wouldn't probably put it at the bottom. WooCommerce is prominent up at the top. I've talked about this before. I love when you have custom post types for Jet Engine. It has its own goddamn section there where like you'd have like all of your post types. I love that. They do such a good job at like displaying it on the side. I just don't love that. Like I have to come all the way down here and then I have to come in. I feel like you should probably have products at least as its own menu item. I know I don't want to clog up the side there, but products is something that I'm probably going to have to click a lot. So I don't know. Might be a hot take. Can we? Oh, you can clone. Okay, wait a second though. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Big, big check mark in the North Commerce thing. You cannot clone. From what I saw, I have in my notes that it could not duplicate in ShoreCart. I don't understand why, but if you can duplicate a product here very simply, huge up there. You can duplicate a product. That is great. So that's interesting. We'll say like watch or something. And okay, I take that back. Why didn't why didn't the image duplicate? I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. Okay. Immediately. Still don't understand okay, never mind. Take that back. I mean, it's fine, whatever. But it duplicated some of the stuff, but it didn't duplicate all of it. I still don't know what's going on with the variations. All right, yeah, we're a little. What the fuck? What? Oh, I didn't click update permalink. Okay, that's another UI thing that I would user experience thing that I don't like. I have to click this button to update the permalink. I clicked update the whole product. Just update the whole thing, please. But it's got a button though. I gotta give it that. It's got the button. All right. Still don't know what's going on with this slider thing. I might be doing something wrong there. Yeah, not exactly sure, but we have a watch now. Um, even that, again, I'm commenting on something that I don't know, but like even like these pictures not being the same size, like can I adjust that? Can I? Is that an option? Like, can I? Because I just don't feel like I don't have any control. You know what I mean? This is why I love creating my own dynamic layouts and stuff like that, and my own like, for lack of better, like loop items or cards, because I can just adjust, I can just make it look however I want. And I know it's early, I get it, but I'm just saying like even that, like just changing the picture sizes, is that do I have to make sure all my pictures are the same size? Like, the actual files. Looking at other notes here. Jet Engine can see the SC post types, but they don't show up. Yeah, so North Commerce can't even see them. We talked about bundle products. Neither of them have that, SureCart or North Commerce. Neither of them have Intuit Payment Gateway. Template the product and change the price at order. That's a really good question that I didn't think of earlier. I know I'm skipping around here, so apologies, but I mean, I think we're kind of getting the vibe here that this has some potential, but we're definitely just early to the party, which is not a bad thing. Um, what was I going to say here? So like products. So let me do one of these real quick. Let me set this up exactly how I would. So we'll say like website management, and so we'll say website management, and we'll just give it a we'll give it a sunflower. Actually, do I have a no? Yeah, we'll just give it a sunflower. And quantity, whatever, pricing. Also, we didn't talk about like inventory management, but I wonder how that kind of works. But this would be a digital product that we're dealing with right now, so it's a subscription. Its price would be like, well, this is also another kind of confusing thing. So it's like 300 per month. But what if? Oh, okay, okay. I don't. Yeah, you can't do subscription variations yet. Got it. Okay. So then I would need to do something like this. I would need to say like bronze, right? Because like my first thought is like website management and have three variations: bronze, silver, gold, right, or whatever. Can't do it, and I fucked something up here. Where create air? What? What did I do? What did I do? Error on create plans. Unless I cost per. I don't think you need that. Okay, this is a weird error that I don't know what's happening. It just says error on create plans. Okay, all right, good to know. Could it be something really weird, like characters? No. Am I doing something wrong? If I am doing something wrong, there's zero. It's not telling me It's not telling me what I'm doing wrong. Do I have to put a compare price in here? Please don't tell me that's the case. Do I have to put a cost for whatever in here? Okay, I'm a little confused now. A little confused. Do I have to put a description in? I thought it was my initial thought, Brendan. I was going to say, I swear to God, that better not. Oh, whoa, okay. Okay, what the fuck happened? Oh, they're all trashed. All right, this is weird. This is what the hell is going on here? All right. That's also what is Why is it trashed? But it's it's pretty strange. Okay, so they're trashed, but then they show. Okay, that's fine with whatever. You got to get used to that UI, I guess. Okay, why am I not able to make a goddamn subscription product here? Let's try it. Let's try. Let's try. Let's try without the parentheses this time. Just whatever. And let's just not click anything. Okay, this is not good. I don't know what I'm doing, to be completely honest with you. And I don't want this to look like I'm trying to make this look like shit. So let's try, I don't know why it's creating them, but not creating the plans. There's a very good chance that I'm not doing something correctly but I don't, actually, I will take this as a moment to say that I actually despise the way that WooCommerce works in this. I don't really, it's whatever. I've come to understand it, but like, it's like you have to create a product. Well, actually, you have to create like a subscription and a subscription product, and those are two separate things, and they get managed like independently. It's like weird, and then you have to make sure that you have like a, you know, a parent order for the first subscription pay. It's a real rat's nest if you don't know what the hell's going on there. So I totally understand that, but I don't see any of that going on here. I just see like, oh, you create a subscription product and that's it. I'll try a payment plan. I'm not even going to type anything in this time. I'm just going to see. Number of payments must be greater than zero. Greater than zero. Okay, that's understandable. Let's say we have a 3 payment plan. The price is $24,000 for a website, 3 payments, and they're going to pay monthly. And we say also a random other thing that I would like to see here is not maybe not necessarily here, but I was thinking like interest or discounts or something. That doesn't just I'm not saying they should do that now, but okay, I don't know what's going on. Error creating plans. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Can we still create custom? Can we still create single products? We can still create single products apparently, but I have no idea. The doc page for subscription product is blank, so I can't help you. All right. Well, maybe they don't really have that going on yet. I'm a little I don't know. I'm a little back and forth on this right now. I gotta be honest with you. Very early. I didn't think. I honestly. Okay, so here's this is a real conversation we need to have though, real quick. Okay. From everything that I've heard about North Commerce, I've heard people actually use this. Right. I'm not saying that it's not going to get better, but I've heard people actually use this thing, and for where it's at right now, this is why you have to do your own research. Because like I couldn't use this right now, but I am not everyone. And this is exactly why we have these conversations in generalities and in you know all the time. But it's so important to talk about the nuance because I'm looking at this and I'm like, there's a lot of holes here. And then somebody else is looking at it and like, oh, this is exactly what I need. So it's just different strokes for different folks. We have to remember that. But I will tell you, as you know, you guys in the chat here, we're looking for a little more. I feel like, and which is fine. Early. I want to keep going. I don't want to discourage. I just want to make sure that we're honest about the situation, because it does have a lot of good potential. So I hope it continues to get better here. Random thought that we haven't gone over yet. Where are we on time here? Yeah, we got a little bit of time, I guess. This is what I do. I don't, you know, so whatever. You know what I haven't thought about at all yet is the customer account. This is very confusing. There's my next very confusing thing is like, where is the customer account? It didn't even create one. Which again, you don't, you know, maybe you don't need one obviously on every website, but I feel like I would create I would probably create one, right? I feel like I'm not even going to put it in bricks because I do want to go back to bricks. I know I want to go back to bricks though, and I want to talk about the. Can you just put that there? Maybe, but I don't know. We'll just do it shortcut. I want to. I do want to go back to bricks and try to figure out the pieces with the. I think it's going to be like your single. I think. So I don't know. Also, I know I'm just randomly thinking of shit. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. And I don't know how to solve that. I mean, WordPress users that are logged in with Oh. What? Okay, so you have to do this. Nice. I mean, nice little docs here, though. I will say that. You can just click the copy like that. Okay, what are we doing here? I guess I am not a customer. Maybe. Let's see if we just do like another. We duplicate this bad boy, we throw this in here. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, okay. I mean, I already have an account, I guess. Not sure why I wouldn't. I'm an admin. I mean, I don't know why I have to. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think I like it. It's like you have to. Okay, so what if you had a blog, right? If I'm understanding this correctly, what if you had a blog and you have people actually. No, no, no. What if you had a membership website or something, right? Like somewhere where people can log in and leave comments and they actually have an account on your site. Or you're coming from a different. Why do I have to. Why wouldn't it just is there a way to do that? Like, wouldn't it just automatically add the users? It's saying, if I'm understanding this correctly, it's saying that they have to log in and create an account so they get a North Commerce ID, which I get in a sense, but then that means like now you have like two classes of users, right? Because you'd have regular WordPress users that, like, again, literally I'm logged into this website, and if I made a WooCommerce, again, I'm just using it as the example. If I made a WooCommerce and I went to the account page as soon as I set it up, I would have stuff in there. Excuse me, I wouldn't have orders or anything, but I'd be able to see the account page. And it looks like here you have to sign up like again, basically, to get that ID. Why wouldn't it just automatically give IDs to all users? That's a little confusing to me. I'm not going to add a new. I mean, I guess I could add a new user, but I don't. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about the account page. I mean, I have no idea. Let's go over this thing here real quick. I want to see two things. I want to see if we go to bricks. Okay, so like if you go to, let me get rid of all this shit. If you go to bricks, add new templates. I'll be shocked. Yeah, it's not in here. So there's no, you can't see the drop down, but there's no extra template types. Not like when you have Woo, and you have like Woo single, whatever. There's none of that. So I get. I'm not even sure where to begin. I haven't looked at the docs. Don't shoot me. If you go to pages and you go to products, edit with bricks, I'm just not really sure how to. I'm not really sure how to even like manage. I'm not even sure how to. Oh God. Product gallery. We go product gallery, and then we go to, we're not going to see anything here. We go to shop. I should have just done that on the home page. That's my fault. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the issue though, right? What's this going to look like? This is the you see this? You see what's happening here? If I'm doing it right, you see what's happening here is. This is why I don't like it like this. Which, okay, so let's go back. When we loaded this up, we had products, and it was just / products, and then all of the actual single products are products / whatever. That's by default. Okay, I didn't make that up. That's by default. So what happens is you can't edit, and there's no templates, like there's no singles, there's no archive. So you can't edit the archive for products, because how would you? Because there's only one page, that's where that goes. I mean, I can think of a way to do it, but it's unintuitive, right? Like you would go section, duplicate section, come up here. You would go, this section would be your products. Fuck it. I'm calling it shop page because like that's not. I don't like the way that says. But products page or shop page, whatever. And then this would be a short code. Oh, not there. This would be a short code. Put it in the right spot. I'll be damned. And then this would be NC products or NC product. And then you'd save this. You'd come over to your products page. So this works, right? But now when you go in here, You that boggles my mind. There's one short code, and depending on where you're at, it's either going to render all of the products or it's going to render the like this single product layout. It's confusing to me. I get it because it's like simple, like if you're not trying to change anything at all, but if you aren't, then I don't get. If you are trying to change stuff, then I don't get it. So like in that world, then all I would do here is I would come up to this shop page. Like I made it work, right? Like I would come down here. I would say this is the single layout, and then I'd come down here and I'd be able to go like this, whatever, the product gallery, and like I don't even know how to. Can you put a product title in it? I don't know. I'll just because again you want to customize it, right? So add to cart, product price. Whatever, put these in here. And can you say post title? Is that an option? Okay, we'll go through these things too. I do want to look at that because it looks like there's some options. Just go like this. I'm not trying to make this beautiful, and I can't see anything, which maybe I could load some stuff in, but we'll deal with that in a second. I'm just trying to give you guys this super high level here. Let me go. Oh shit. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. We got north product. We got field. We got fields. Look at this. Holy shit. I don't know why it's at the top. I don't like that, but it's cool. Product name, product ID. Okay. That's a good step. That's nice. So like H1. So here's what I would do. So now, again, if I'm understanding the way they want you to do this, this is the short code NC product. When you click in though, now we're still on this under this products thing, and this is that same short code, which obviously if we're customizing it, we're not going to want because we're in bricks and we're changing these things up, right? So what we're going to have to do, if you did it like this, which you don't have to do it like this. You could mess with the way that it works, but if you mess, here's the problem though. If you mess with the way that it works, then there might be other places in the UI already that you might not want this to go. There is one other way that I can think of doing this, and it's going into the settings and changing the products page from products to shop. But then if you change that, is it going to put all of the products underneath shop then? I don't know. We'll look at that in a second. But all I'm saying is if you don't like, if you want to do it like this, then you just come up to these two sections that we're dealing with here, and you say conditions, and then you say only show this. We would only show this when the URL is specifically slash products. And I would probably do it like this, like site URL slash products. Okay, so the idea is you're only going to see the short code on the products one now. So if we go back to products, and I mean you could do the same for the bottom if you want to be safe about it, but you're probably never gonna, what the hell? Wait a second. Current URL is site URL slash, did I spell that wrong? Shop page. What if I just did this? Okay, I don't know what was happening there with the site URL thing, but yeah. So I do site URL just so when I change the if I put it on go from dev to live, that I don't have to change ever. But so now you see the thing, and now you don't. Okay, so again, based off of the way that they're trying to do this, like that is one interesting way. And again, in my opinion, we couldn't do this, right? We couldn't do this with SureCart. So I know SureCart's coming. We'll revisit that when the bricks is time. But that's kind of cool that you can do that. You have these at least, because I mean I just threw these in here, but you could do whatever you want. Let's go back here for a second and let's look at the really cool that you have all these dynamic data field, product name, ID, description. This is very similar to like a Woo situation. Has variants. Product has. Wow, there's a lot. Yeah. Collection slug, collection name. Still don't like that it's at the top. I think that's, I don't know if it's always there, if it's just there for this, I don't know, but okay. Let's look at these things here real quick. So we have product price, base price or compare price. That's kind of cool. Disable formatting, okay, and then just regular style stuff. We have product gallery. Okay, you can change the gap, show variation images in gallery, show variation image when selected. That's nice. I couldn't really get the variation to work very well, but that's nice. Fallback image, dynamic data for fallback. That's nice. But where the fuck are you gonna get the dynamic data? I don't know. I mean, I guess you're gonna get it. You would get that from maybe like an option or something. But yeah, okay, cool option. Thumbnails. Okay, we don't have like a ton of them in there, but I gotta be honest though. This part of this, I'm very impressed with. Okay, like the fact that we have all these bricks things. Again, though, I'm talking specifically to bricks users because nobody else is gonna have this option. So that's yeah. I don't know. Thumbnail carousel design. Okay, so this is where you get the thumbnail widths and stuff, gaps, borders, object. Wow, I mean, there's a lot of shit in here though. Like this is pretty impressive. The main wrapper, arrow. Yeah, this is. Oh my god. Yeah, this is impressive. The bricks integration, the bricks elements are almost more impressive than the main product here. Simulate status. Okay. That's cool. That's actually really cool. You can do that. You can just like simulate the status of the button. Icon enabled. You can change the text. That's sick. It's a little small thing that people don't think about. Make it, all the stuff is obviously dynamic. Variation text, select your options. You can change that. On click, auto, or redirect to product page. That's kind of interesting. I'm trying to think now, like, oh, okay, wait a minute. 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 Let's go back to our shop page. And let's get rid of that. Let's add a new section. And let's say, image, or let's say image, let's say heading. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to make a quick little card and see if I could, I guess you could do this. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do this with bricks. But again, you didn't have any custom blocks, so you didn't have any control there, but you're already going to have bricks control. So that I get, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So we have a thing here, and let's try like an image. And are we going to get our, come on, are we going to get our image from the dynamic stuff? Product name, ID, slug, image URL, maybe. I'll say image URL. I don't know if that's going to work. All right, so let's go back over to shop. We have nothing. Wait, no. Well, obviously I don't have a. I'm trying to query loop this, so like that would be my idea. So let's wrap it in a block. Let's do this. Let's come. I mean, I probably shouldn't even try it before I. Let's see. Let's go to product, query, loop, posts. Okay. All right. Well, I take back what I said. I mean, I definitely don't take back what I said about the shortcode stuff, because like you don't need to use shortcodes in bricks necessarily. You can query them. Could you query this? Can you query the? I don't think you query the shortcode stuff. I think that was the whole point. You can query these products. Okay, they're not, for some reason they don't show up in the custom post type thing, which I still think is a little whack. But you can query loop these products. So for instance, if we throw a grid 3 on here, and you can query loop them, you can do this. Like this is okay. This is changing the game a little. I'm still, the back end though, I don't know what was going on there for me. I'm not super. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Okay. This is getting more interesting though. So image, and then like we say like the link to dynamic product link Product link. Cool. Boom. Come back out here. All right. Okay. All right. So I have to explain to you now. Okay. I should write this time down. Where are we at? 134. Eureka moment. Now you can make all this image the same site. Yeah, exactly. So I do want to go back. I apologize, okay? Hopefully you're watching this. I'm going to write down Eureka moment. I do want to say that in the beginning is very confusing. I thought you had to use short code even in bricks. You don't. You do have the option to have like, you know, this type of stuff. I didn't think you could query loop. You can query. I just don't understand why you can do all that, but you can't do some of the other stuff yet. But anyway, this is interesting. You can have. I still don't love the thing here because like at some point this is gonna. I feel like it's gonna want to take me back to products. Okay, you can query loop these North Commerce products. There is no way to add meta fields from what I see. There's no like custom post type piece of it, but for some reason you can query loop them. You can make your own singles as well. Again, the structure seems a little weird, but you can still make your own singles using bricks. Like you can do all that using bricks. You can't use it any other builder. I think you're doing short codes and maybe some other like variables like or whatever in there, but that's something to consider. What I want to do is I want to see what happens when I come over here to North Commerce and I want to say settings. And I go to right here. And I say product detail page. Is that going to be all of them? I'm changing it to shop. I just want to see what that does. So if I go to shop now, that's the same. If I go to products, what if I... Oh, okay. So see, I still don't really like the way this is. Is with my current understanding. I created a shop page because that's the way that I like to think about the products thing. Because I can't seemingly create and edit the products archive, which I can do. It's just the way that I did it before, where I did like the conditions, like really like the actual products page that they have here. I don't know. I don't fully understand why these new ones, SureCart and North Commerce, I don't know why they didn't just start. There's probably a reason, but I don't know why they didn't start with products just being a custom post type and just working like that. There's got to be some sort of limitation that I don't know. But if you just made you could make your own. You could make your own e-commerce solution. It wouldn't be fancy. It would be really difficult. But like, there's nothing stopping you from just creating like a products custom post type using whatever tool you want, and then like going through the steps to like dynamically charge for those things. Yeah, I mean, now you'd have to make like an orders one. You'd have to make a thing. But are these not custom post types? Because the thing I liked when I was doing the client portal with WooCommerce was the fact that orders behaves like a custom post type, products behaves like a custom post type. I could relate them, so I could be like, or not even orders and products, but I think like I could kind of relate them in a sense of there would probably be a better way to do it, but in that system you're able to like say this product was in this order, yes, but then you could also like show them more information about like what they're doing and everything and what they bought. It's kind of interesting. I'm printing a whole line of tees. I'm query loopable. Yeah, you should. You should, Matt. I'll buy one. You just got your first customer. Why does Mark hate WooCommerce? Oh my God, this guy's a journalist. He's putting words in my mouth. I do not hate WooCommerce. I actually really enjoy WooCommerce more than most people, I actually think. I'm just looking at other options because one, that's what the people want, and two, I'm curious, and three, I got this as a lifetime deal for $50. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like I said, I like what WooCommerce has pioneered with the way that they handle a lot of the things, but I think that I think there is updates coming for that, like the UI and everything, but like that'll be really interesting to see where it goes. Because I don't know. I don't. Again, everything that I've seen here has been really interesting, but I don't know if I'm comparing all three of them. There's pros and cons to all three of them, and I don't know where. I still don't have a really good recommendation. You know what I mean? Like if you're really interested in new products, definitely go buy this off AppSumo and play around with it and see what you can do with it. But I mean, I don't know what I was doing wrong with this subscriptions thing, but I couldn't get that to work. I couldn't get the payment plan thing to work. And those are two really big selling points actually for this, because again, back to Matt's question about WooCommerce, the thing that I don't like about that is the fact that there's not a lot of things like wrapped up into it. But that's just the way that it was, and that's fine. But because you can't even do like subscriptions without like a whole license and everything like that. And the problem with that is not the fact that you have to pay $270 per license, but it's just the fact that like it's another whole set of things that I feel is kind of like more of a bolt on rather than like a native situation, and it can cause issues. Causes obviously you can do more things, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'd like to see it continue to get better too. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of interesting, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you guys want to see about North Commerce. I mean, I think we've definitely learned a lot. Again, I'm obviously potentially a person that would benefit from this, but I still can't really fully wrap my head around. I mean, I could make some assumptions, but I can't wrap my head around like the fact that we have like bricks elements for this thing, but we don't have like custom blocks, which not a huge block editor guy. Just saying, like I feel like that would absolutely. I feel like this thing would be even easier to market if you had the custom blocks, as opposed to having to do everything via shortcode. Can I change things via shortcodes? Is that like, do we have like little variables here that we could throw in after or anything? I don't know. I'm gonna be selfish and like obviously like in Brick's world I wouldn't need to do it, so I don't really doesn't matter anymore. But yeah. But again, though, I mean, here's my bottom line. I would say on this: if you're from page builder land, then you kind of know. If you're from Bricks, right? You know that like, oh, I have a custom post type. I'm thinking of everything in custom post type terms. I have a product that's similar to a custom post type in my mind. I'm gonna go. I want to edit the product archive. I'm gonna go to add new templates. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna say, oh wait, I'm gonna say like archive. I'm gonna say. What actually, hang on a second. It doesn't have a specific thing over here, but wait a minute. Let me see if I'm going to be correct. Let me see if I'm going to correct myself again here. I want to double check. Cuz I might be wrong here actually. There's actually a half decent chance I am wrong, but it's still the structure of the way that it gets laid out in the beginning is still a little confusing regardless of all the things that I'm learning here. So, if we created a product archive, okay? Then I would just grab the shit that's on here and I would put it in here, whatever. And I would loop it like I did. That would be my product archive. Can I come up here and set the condition to be a post type? See, this is the issue. Is like this is the way that my brain would work here. A product is very similar to a custom post type. Regardless of how it is in the back end, like semantically in my mind, that's how it would work. So if I can't go make a product, if I can't go make an archive and a single and assign them via conditions to the places that I want them to be, then that just kind of slightly feels like it goes against my normal workflow. I'll figure it out the other way like I did here, but that's I don't see it. So I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's cool, but it's just I don't get the thing there because now I have to use a page, and then we have this whole situation. I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of interesting. What else do we want to see? We've learned some things though. I mean, it's more honestly. it's more intuitive with bricks after you figure that out. It's more intuitive with bricks than it is with the block editor, from my estimation. Because after you learn how to do it with bricks, you can use it like almost like regular. Once you understand that it's not, you should probably make a different page. You should probably put the products over here, and then really what you should do is this. If I was building a website with this right now with bricks, I'd turn this back because we messed this up. We would come back here. This is default, right? So products. Product detail page would be product. See, there's no shop page. There's no shop page. What is a collection? Is that supposed to be the shop page? It doesn't seem like it is. Because when you go to there's a products page. Like you go to all products and there's, I don't know. Collections, I feel like, is supposed to be categories. Where do you even, wait a minute, as a quick aside, and then we'll get back. Where do you even set up a collection at? What is that? Is it just a category? Category? Am I losing my mind on the connection, on the, what about collections, buddy? Product collection slider, product collections. I don't know. I don't know what we mean by the term collections, so it's hard to know how I would use that. I thought for sure collections were, in Shopify world, were basically categories. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's supposed to be your shop page. I don't know. Somebody finds some stuff for me, then let me know. But the thing is, like, if it was my shop page, right? If it was, then if I went here and I said collection, and then I went here, like, what is this? Like, this is default. I never touched this. So, like, what is this supposed to be? It looks to me more so that it's like, I don't know. It looks more to me like it's not supposed to be like a product gallery of all your products. It looks like it's supposed to be some sort of query for, like, literally just like categories, which maybe I can test real quick. And yeah, I'm probably going to end this here in the next few minutes. Like, wait. Nope, didn't see it there. I feel like there should be a thing for collections there. Let me go to like shoe for a second and say like test. I don't think that's where you do that, but all right, let's try that. And then let's just go back to collections for a second and see. Yep, no idea. No idea on the collections thing. Don't know how they're trying to use that. I'm sure somebody will let me know. Okay, but anyway, the last thing that I kind of wanted to look at, I feel like, was, I'll put another note here to say like my like kind of like, if I could make a recommendation type thing, would be 147. I would say like my recommendation from what I've seen here so far and how it currently works, and like the way that I lay stuff out normally in my mind, is I'm creating a shop page. Because I don't have like a products archive, I'm creating like a shop page or like an all products page or something, just because it's the easiest way to handle this. Then I'm either utilizing the NC product shortcode, or if I'm in bricks, I'm absolutely building it myself. So I'm coming into, let me get rid of some of this stuff here. We don't need that because we can't utilize our normal like archive and single flow from everything that I'm seeing. So I'm coming in here and I'm definitely doing a shop page. I'm creating a shop page. I'm coming into the builder and I'm just doing a simple like product card layout thing with all of the just query. We are query looping. We can query loop, so that's fantastic. We're query looping literally North Commerce products, like all the products. Now, wait a second though, again. So the other issue though is yeah, see, this is what I mean. Is like it's not an actual post type. It's like its own thing that only shows up in certain places. So I can query all of them, but I can't query certain things. See, that's going to be another. Okay, so I guess you can do it here. I still don't understand why it's a different thing. I guess you can kind of do it here. I also don't know what. Oh wait. Oh, our collections tags. I still don't fucking know I'm done with the collections thing. I don't know what it is. So anyway, here's what I would do. Okay, so it does give you more options. I hate the UI of when it does that. It doesn't put it in the thing. Okay, so you have query loop. You can have like you can have as many products as you want. You can have like ordered by this. This is solid. Is this I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if this is the dev at Bricks, this is great that like whoever put this together here. So include categories. You could, if you wanted to, put this somewhere specific, but I'm just thinking of all the corner cases. The only issue is if you go, do you open these back up? So this is great. This is fine. This is minimum viable product. At least like you're able to put all these products in here, right? That's great. But if you wanted to include categories, like if you just want to include test, the issue that I see here is how do you do this dynamically though? Like if you wanted to have, this is where the archive structure and why WordPress is so good, like at managing content, because all of that stuff, if you use custom post types, it creates all of that dynamically for you and you don't need to set anything. If you wanted to put like a random section that just was like your shoe categorized product somewhere, this is great. But how do you do that in this setup, the way that they have this, not just in Bricks, like in the whole situation with the data? I don't know how you do that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If I'm doing this right now, if you said like, Mark, you have to build a Bricks website with North Commerce. I'm doing a shop page. I'm query looping all the items here, and then they can click on these and they go through. When they click on one of these products, they're going to go to products/watch/shoe, whatever. I'm creating what I would say is a single through here, but I'm creating a single through here, but like it's not really a single. It's literally just the products page, right? So if you like the way that I created what you just saw there was, let me get rid of this stuff. Yeah, just leave, whatever. Hopefully I saved it. This is our products page. Like down here, you can't see it anything, but it's just a single layout, and it has the heading, the product price, the product gallery, and which you could style however you want because you have the freedom here. So then that creates this. Obviously, this top part, we were doing some crazy stuff with the conditions and stuff, because the problem is if somebody ever navigates to this link, or they get sent there via the system that you have in here, because there's a high chance they will, because this is where the North Commerce wants to send them. Now your problem is this is not the same page as that shop page. It's products. It's a different thing. It's what we have up here, or no, not here. It's what we have up here, right? We don't want to have two shop pages. That's not ideal. So my thought would be a couple things. One, the first thing would be, is there a way that we can redirect when somebody lands on products? Is there a way that we can redirect them to shop? That would be one idea. But the trouble is, can we redirect from product? I'm sure you can, but can you redirect from products without damaging the things underneath it? Meaning, like, can you redirect from products without affecting products/shoe? I'd have to look into that. I don't know right now. That would be one idea. The other idea would be to, I don't know, maybe have the exact same thing on the shop page and products page. And the other idea would be to just have the products page, like /products. But the problem with that is you have to do it like this from what I'm seeing. You have to do like a section up here that is dynamically conditioned to only show on that one page. And then down here, because there's not really a way to, that I can think of while live streaming, there's not a way to affect both of those independently because of the way it's set up, where it's like kind of like a custom post type, but it's not really a custom post type. I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm not making sense, because I've lost my mind at this point. Overall, though, I mean, this is definitely, it's usable. I would say it's definitely usable if you want to try it out. I'm really kind of concerned, though, about the whole product thing. I don't know why I can't get those subscriptions and stuff to kind of work, but I don't know. It's usable. It's got potential. It's really interesting that it has so much Bricks functionality in it for like how weird I'm getting on some of these back-end things, but I can't really, I have no idea what's going on. So I have no idea. I think that this is a solid product overall, though. for less than a 1.0 version. We'll just have to see how it continues to evolve. I mean, again, let me go back to my notes real quick, see if there's anything else. Template product, change price at order. I don't know if you can even do that. Let me do that real quick because I never clicked on the orders thing. Create new order. See, that's, I mean, that's interesting because I created that order and I have that customer, but I couldn't log him. I don't know. Well, maybe that's, I guess it's not the exact, I don't know. Let me just look at this order real quick. Okay, so let's look at the order. So created, you can change that, unpaid, all this stuff, create a shipping link. I mean, that stuff is cool. I don't know what this does. Ship from, I guess maybe you have to, obviously nothing is integrated, but I mean, that's a cool thing that's there too. What does this do? Is that a refund? Oh, okay, no, don't want to do that. What was I going to say? I wanted to do this. I wanted to do, yeah, I mean, this is kind of cool. This is the thing that I wanted to do though, was I wanted to say, like, I wanted to go into orders, create an order, create a customer. No, I'm not gonna do all that. Let me just do the same customer, and then select the customer, and then be like products, and be like, okay, so we don't have an option to do this because like we don't have like a real world option to do this because I was trying to do it with like the website management thing. But here's the thing: it's like you want to build a website, and you have 6 stages of your website, and you want to line item it out: discovery, UI, UX, whatever. So you have a product that's just like discovery, and then you click it, and then you're like, okay, I want to do shoe, but yeah, that's cool. You can add the product and create the order here and everything like that. But there's like a different way of thinking about this where I want the product to always be the same, but I don't want the price to always be the same. And I can't. You can do it in WooCommerce, but you can't do it in these other two. So I don't get that. I don't know if you guys have ever came into that situation or if you ever would. It's probably a corner case, but that's something that I don't understand why we can't do that either. I've seen nothing about memberships or group memberships or whatever. There's kind of subscriptions, but I had that written down. Digital products. I mean, that's a good point too. There's not really any way to denote that. I guess just kind of by default, if you don't do, like if you just do like a one-time product, like if you're selling like a course or something, and you said, oops, well, course is probably a bad example. I mean, whatever. Courses, whatever. So like, yeah, if you had like a course and it was just a one-time thing, then quantity, SKU, don't care. Okay, so physical product. Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't enable that. Yeah, there's just not a ton that I guess you would do there, I guess. But oh, well, wait a second though. Like obviously, there's no way to wait. How do you download anything? I'm pretty sure SureCard has that. I know they have a license creation. So yeah, that's another limitation right now. I don't see a way to like pop in a file and just be like they get it after that. I'm not sure of the actual best workflow for that though, but off the rip here, I don't see it. Memberships talked about group products. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much everything I have. We talked about custom fields and everything. So anything else in the customer situation? First name, last name, phone, whatever. Coupons was pretty impressive. But I couldn't really get the variations to fully work how I would have expected. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think it's all right. I mean, it's okay. Just joining here, Mark. Thanks for testing out NC first. Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you being here, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly pretty much been going for like 2 hours here. I mean, it's really interesting. Just again at a high level, it's got promise. I feel like if they continue to work on it, I guess it's not even 1.0, so it's pretty impressive in that respect. But I mean, I had some trouble. Again, this is my first look, so I may be doing things wrong, but I had some trouble like creating subscription products and payment plan products. It just would say that I couldn't do it. Well, payment plan products would give me that error, and then like subscription would just like creating plan. So I don't know if that's just a bug currently or whatever. So I had some issues there. Really, it's interesting that there's no native custom blocks yet. There's just shortcodes in that respect. Maybe some with variables, but I didn't look at every single documentation article, so I'm not sure. But the bricks integration is very impressive. I mean, these things are these elements are better than some of the ones I've seen. Like there's just a ton of options to kind of change everything and customize the stuff if you're using bricks. If you're not using bricks, you are shit out of luck though. So it's like that's kind of tough. I mean, I know they're working on native blocks though for that. So that'll be an interesting development. And then the only other real critique I would have, or just like I don't know, the strategy is it's not, the products aren't really actual custom post types. They're just kind of like they're like a separate type of data that you can query loop in bricks, and you can affect in certain ways, but they don't behave like a regular custom post type in the sense where they have an archive, they have a single. It's just a different weird architecture where I would, I back in the, I can't remember what it was, like 147 mark of this video, I was kind of explaining like kind of how I would look at this and how I would do it. I would create like a shop page, and then the products is kind of what they want you to use for the shop page, but I don't really understand it. And it doesn't work with the way that I would mentally want to do it. So, there's a couple different ways you do that. You can do products page and do some dynamic conditioning, because that's like, it's like products is supposed to be the archive and the single, but those words don't exist in the way that this data is set up. So that's interesting. Yeah. And then a couple tiny bugs here and there, like kind of like with the checkout, like I was able to like tab through, instead of clicking on the button to go next, when like I was supposed to like check the terms and conditions box, but I could just tab through it. I'm sure would have caught it at the end, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's good. I think they keep working on it. It's going to get better. It's pretty much it. And it is on AppSumo right now. If you want to bet on it, you could pay $400 and it might blow up, and then you would probably be the best $400 you ever spent. Have you seen the new checkout in Woo 9.0? No, I have not. Oh man, should we do that too? Maybe next week. I don't know. Should I just download it real quick while we're here? Are they doing the back end too though? Are they redoing the back end of WooCommerce? I thought I saw like screenshot, because like we had conversations earlier where everybody loves like Shopify and this type of concept right here, where like how this looks so much cleaner and like it's like so much more refined and everything like that, which pros and cons lends itself to obviously like a different UI that you kind of have to learn, different flow, but it is clean and makes sense. It's probably better than like the WooCommerce UI that's of old. But I thought I saw a screenshot where they're changing it to more of a fun layout, we'll call it. But let's just look for ourselves. Also, is this even 9.0 or is that a new development? I'm not doing all this. Get out of here. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see. This is probably gonna be a little crazy. I don't know how deep we can go because now we already had some stuff on there, but so like for instance, if we go to products here and we add new, is this still the same? Yeah, so this is just what I mean. Like, I mean, I was talking about it earlier. Obviously, everybody knows that uses WooCommerce. Like, this is just, you look at this, and if you don't know, if you're a lay person, you look at this, you want to throw up immediately. Obviously, if you're a seasoned WooCommerce person, you feel comfortable. If they could take this whole UI and all these things, and not just these things, this is a really important point. As soon as you add subscriptions and memberships, those two extensions, this shit starts to change drastically, like with more options. If they can make a new UI that looks like this and is intuitive, if WooCommerce can do that, then they will have the game in a headlock, because then it's like they have all the functionality and all the cool stuff now. Obviously, you're still going to like be limited. Potentially, you might have to buy extensions and things, but that would be a really, really interesting thing. It's almost exactly like Shopify now, like the checkout. Yeah, and I thought I saw that thing here. Is there a way to get in like is there like a beta look at any of this stuff? But let me see if we can. Where are we at here? Oh, this is 9.0. Okay, all right. So let's see. Let's do it for the heck of it. I'm intrigued. Jeff, you drive a hard bargain here. Let me see. Actually, this is what I was talking about too. Just for anybody, because I described this and we're creating this product here, so I'll do it. This is I don't know what's going to happen to the structure of this website. I might have to turn North Commerce off for any of this to work. But UX design. This is what I was talking about. Is I like to do something like this sometimes. You have this product name that you're always going to sell, right? But you're not going to sell it as is, pretty much ever. Like if it's UX design, it's always like per price, right? Like the price changes. So you say UX design, you put like kind of like basically make like a product template in a way, and your price is $0. Okay, and maybe you could say virtual or whatever. Your price is $0. Then you go in and you go to orders, okay, and you say, you make an order or whatever, and then you add items to this cart, and you say products, and you say UX design, not US, UX design, right? And then now the product is $0. But what I just showed in North Commerce that apparently you can't do, I don't want to sell it for $0, but I want it to always be that product. So I can come and I can see like the last 10 clients I've had, I sold them UX, but none of them are the same price because all the projects are different. So then I come in here and I say, okay, well, my total for this project, for this phase of this particular project, UX was $330 or $3,300. So that right there is such a small little thing. That didn't change the product price. That changed the product price on this order, the price specifically for that product on this order. And I just think that that's a really cool feature, because then you don't have to have literally that took, instead of me having 10 different products, now I have one product, and that product was changed at each order. So yeah. Let's take a look at the thing here. But we got, I just implemented on site. I had to use the new checkout block. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I think I might have seen it then. I totally forgot about that. Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. So yeah, I think I might actually have some thoughts on that real quick. So let's, where should we go here? Let's go to, can I make this my thing or just create this order? I guess it doesn't really matter. What if I went to product? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this being on here. Let's do view here. I don't even have an add button. What did I do? Let's see here. About to say in stock. Why do I not have an add button? Is it because I have all this other stuff on here? Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm turning this off. Turning North Commerce off. If you're done watching North Commerce, we're just gonna look at this last thing on WooCommerce, because we're in the mode of we're in the e-commerce mode. So we're gonna turn these off. Skip. Thank you. What happens now? Oh God. All right. Let's go to pages. Oh, actually, it's probably checkout 2, isn't it? Because I already had one. Yeah. There we go. What the, where, let me add this to my cart, damn it. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Why do I not have an add to cart button? Is it because, maybe in this case it's because there's no price? I don't normally do that, so that, I don't normally have people adding the stuff to their cart. Yeah, it's because it didn't have a price. I don't normally have people adding their stuff to their cart, so that was a different example I was talking about. Okay, so when you add it to the cart, this is this. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, are we talking in block land? Is that what we're talking about? The checkout experience in block land? Because I feel like that's what we're talking about. Because I have seen it. I have seen the new thing, and I'm like, I'll actually tell you exactly why I didn't use it. For my use cases, the specific use case that I was using it in at the time when I saw it. But let me go double check on that. This is it, right? Yeah, it's in Blockland. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah, yeah. So I've seen this. Yeah, yeah. So here's the thing. I'll tell you exactly why I didn't use this. I love this. I mean, this is great. Again, go blocks. Like this is cool. But one, I use bricks, so that's the first thing. But obviously, I could still utilize this to an extent or whatever. The reason I didn't use it, okay, and I think actually I found it out by accident in a way, is I'm almost 100% certain. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. The problem with where this is at right now is that because this is in new gen Blockland, this section gets fucked. The payment options, because I'm pretty sure your payment processor has to have a block now, because it's literally rendered in the block thing, the block editor. So my point is, like, this happened to me. I tried to do the portal, right? So I got this series on the custom portal, and I upgraded to WooCommerce or whatever, and I saw that this was a thing, and I was like, oh, this is nice. It really does look nice. And I went down here, and I was like, I couldn't use this because my payment gateway, Intuit payment gateway, which I prefer just because I use QuickBooks, and I pay for, which is an extension that Skyverge made. I don't know if it's changed because I haven't looked at it in like a week or so, or like a month or so. But at the time, they didn't have a block, so it wouldn't be able to render in this block thing, so I couldn't use it. Like, it literally says over on the side, when you have that enabled, that you can't utilize this format of it. Because over here, or whatever, I guess it's not really doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, when you get to this step over here, that old way, you have the thing over here, and it's like, whatever. So I think I just did it in bricks or whatever. So very nice though. I will 100% say this is very nice looking. But I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Is there like a list of wondering if there's a list of I could probably bring it up too, but I'm wondering if there's a list of like compatible ones. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Stripe and PayPal again. This is just the nature of the game. Is like, if you use one thing that is outside of like the slight status quo, then you may not be able to use 6 other things or the other cool things that are on the block. So, but I do love. I will say, I'll absolutely give credit where credit is due. This is a very nice layout, and again, I'm kind of in Bricksland here, so it might not look exactly the way that it's intended to, but I do like the flow and everything, and 2 columns and all that. I didn't really. North Commerce, we were talking about, kind of has the same vibe now, though. It's kind of funny because like they have like the contact information, and they have like billing / shipping, and then they have payment. So it's literally like 3-step. They call it an innovative 3-step checkout, and looks like everybody has it now. So yeah, kind of interesting. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate this too. Love looking at this stuff. Some people hate ecom. I don't know. I'm probably a glutton for punishment there a little bit, but I like it. I like the complexity. I'm still in Blocksy, working on Bricks Rebuild now, which can support the new layout fully. I had to add additional CSS in the customer to fix stuff. Yeah. Oh, in the customizer. Yeah. Yeah. Smash that like button, says Brendan. Appreciate you. Yeah. I don't know. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Again, if you're interested in North Commerce, go take a look at it on AppSumo. It is a really good deal. It's a really good lifetime deal right now. So, maybe you can make a bet on the future of that. I just have the 1 license for now. I'm probably not going to do more than that at the current time, just because for me, just being transparent, like from what I've seen, knowing WooCommerce, knowing SureCart, and knowing North Commerce a little bit right now, I would say WooCommerce is still my winner. SureCart is very close behind, because I haven't tested every aspect of it. Like, I think when you add Sure triggers and Sure members, which are add-ons, but still like they're all supposed to play together, that would be really interesting. I might have to dive into that realm. I'll have to talk to Adam too to kind of see that, because he had some I think we might do some feedback kind of on the bricks type of thing. And North Commerce is there. I mean, like, again, if you think about it, if you're building an e-commerce platform right now, you have other things to, take as inspiration and as like a starting point, as an example, right? So it does look like there was some inspiration taken from SureCart, from Shopify, from WooCommerce, and I hope it continues to trend upward, because I think it could be really good. I mean, obviously we just did it in a live environment today. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and most of it was pretty intuitive. We came across a couple little bug things, but it's not even 1.0 yet. So I would just keep it in mind. If you want to grab one license now, just for the heck of it, it wouldn't be a terrible idea if you can spend the 50. But I don't know. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments. But I really appreciate you guys all being here, all the engagement, everything like that. It's always a pleasure. I greatly appreciate it. So that's all we got for this week. That's North Commerce. We'll see what we got on the docket for next week. Thank you guys so much.